Could necromorphs exist? Could they or could they not? Well, in this video, guys, I'm going to answer that question. My name is TGP, the Gaming Paladin, and you are here watching Scientific Video Game Mysteries. That is the series that I have made, and this is the first episode, or the first video, for this series. Alright? So guys, before we even get into this video, I have some nice, gory, terrifying, horrifying, cataclysmic Dead Space 2 gameplay for you guys to watch. I'm tearing apart these awesome beasties called the Necromorphs, and they look fucking awesome in a terrifying, weird, peculiar way. Alright, so I have some Dead Space 2 video footage for you guys to watch, and I hope you enjoy it. Okay guys, another thing I want to clarify before we get into this question. I am not a scientist. I am not no Vsauce or anything like that. But however, I am pretty decent and smart at science. No scientist status, alright? When it comes to knowledge of how things work in science and everything like that. But I'm going to do my best to answer this question, and I hope you guys enjoy it, because I put a lot of effort and a lot of research behind this video. And guys, I just hope you love this video as a whole, right? Because, you know, making these videos are hard, especially videos like this. And, you know, I really love you guys. I just started a channel. I know you guys are probably like, who the fuck is he talking to? He doesn't have no fans. Fucking faggot. But, you know, just basically to the viewers. I don't care, whatever, you know, just in general. I love making videos, and even though I don't have a fan base, to my invisible fan base, I love you guys, alright? Alright. Okay, guys. So, could necromorphs exist? That's a good question. How are necromorphs made? Well, guys, the necromorphs how should I say it? The necromorphs exist because of a terrestrial object called the marker. Now, the marker is basically, well, let's be specific, the red markers. Red markers are how necromorphs are made. Alright, so how was the red marker made? I'll answer that question, but for now we're just gonna basically, in a short version, sum it up of how necromorphs are made. First of all, necromorphs are made by things called red markers. Red markers sent out peculiar frequency waves that, when near dead organic tissue of organisms such as humans, the frequency wave somehow manages to reanimate the human cells, which thus create necromorphs, turning them into monstrosities that only have one purpose: to fucking kill you, rip off your head, and tear out your motherfucking organs and chew up your pee-pee. Okay? That's it. That's their only purpose. They're basically mindless monstrosities that were meant to just kill people. They're fucking killing machines, alright? And they look fucking awesome. They, in my opinion, they are the most awesome looking aliens I've ever seen in a video game. So yeah. Or alien race in a video game. Okay, so that's how necromorphs are made, alright? Okay. So how were the red markers created? Okay, that's a good question. The red markers were created by the black marker. The black marker was the first marker ever discovered by the Earth government in 2214. Another thing, guys, is I'm not no noob to Dead Space. I know the lore. I beat Dead Space 1, 2, and 3, so I know what I'm talking about, alright? By the way, 3 was a disappointment, but the gameplay was still fucking awesome, alright? Okay. So, the black marker was the first marker that was ever found. And the black marker didn't create necromorphs, but it was the whole reason why the red markers were created, which then created the actual race of the necromorphs. The black marker was basically a terrestrial object that sent out frequency waves, not to change humans into necromorphs, but a frequency wave to make humans make the red markers, which are responsible for creating the necromorphs. So basically, guys, the black marker is basically the reason why the red markers exist. The black marker sent out frequency waves to humans, and somehow it managed to control the human's brain to make them make red markers, which then send out frequency waves to turn dead bodies or dead or organic tissue into necromorphs. So that's how necromorphs are made and all that stuff, right? Alright. So I also have some notes for you guys here. I have on this paper right here so I can, even get more straightforward to what I want to say. Alright? Okay. The first thing is, I've explained to you the lore of how necromorphs are created. They're created by the markers, which are terrestrial objects that are fictional. Obviously, they do not. They are not real in reality. So can necromorphs exist? To be honest with you, one more thing. Red markers, even if they are obliterated or destroyed, necromorphs will still live. If you destroy a red marker, that will not destroy or that will not end necromorphs. They will still keep on existing and they will still keep on living. Why? Because even through tiny little shards, the frequency waves can still manage to control dead organic tissue, creating the necromorphs. Alright? And by the way, red markers, their frequency waves go miles and miles and miles away. It doesn't matter the size. Red markers all have the same distance for their frequency waves to turn humans or any smart, intelligent life that have dead organic tissue within them into necromorphs. So it doesn't matter. The frequency waves are huge. Alright? And so that's the first thing. Just wanted to also point that out to you guys. But, however, if the red markers are completely destroyed, the necromorphs will actually turn into a puddle of sludge, just a blob of flesh. But that doesn't mean they're dead. They're not dead. If the dead sludge actually hears another frequency wave, necromorphs come back. So basically, without the red markers, they are still alive, but they are useless because they're nothing but sludge. They have no power because the frequency is not giving them life. Alright? So I just wanted to tell you guys that. Okay. So now that we got all that out of the way, alright? Let's get into the question. Can necromorphs exist? Alright. There is no known object, such as the marker here on Earth, to actually cause a necromorph outbreak. But there are drugs or things of that nature. But okay, this is what I'm trying to say. There's no known object that can turn people into necromorphs, and there is no known object that can reanimate organic tissue to make monstrosities like the necromorphs. Alright? But are there drugs or anything of that nature similar to it? Alright, so the first thing I want to tell you guys is, on Earth, there is nothing that would change you into some monstrous being. Like, I'm talking about like horns coming out of your head and like arms coming out of your back and all that stuff. Alright, so basically not that. Alright, but there are things that can make you act like a necromorph. Basically a killing machine. Alright. So, can necromorphs exist? An actual necromorph? No. As of now, no, because we have never found nothing like the marker. There's nothing of a marker existing on Earth, and not in our awareness within the galaxy either. So, no, necromorphs cannot exist, but, however, the mind of a person could turn into a necromorph, because remember guys, the mind of a necromorph has only one purpose: to fucking kill you, chew off your pee-pee, and fucking annihilate you. That's the only reason they live. Alright, they're basically killing machines. Alright, so the first thing is, are there anything similar to necromorph behavior, such as drugs, or maybe something more scientific? However, the answer to that is yes. The first thing I have is bath salts. Bath salts are one type of drug that could seem like a necromorph's behavior. Bath salts may not necessarily change the person's appearance or turn them into deformed and monstrous killing machines like the necromorphs, but some of the side effects of bath salts may make them crazed just like the necromorphs. So guys, long-term use of bath salts can cause a side effect called psychosis, which is a disorder where the individual seems out of reality. So basically their mind is gone. They are fucked up. Their brain is deteriorating from the bath salts, and they are just mindless fucking, I don't even know, they're just mindless zombies, honestly. They're just out of it. The state of mind is insane, and that can cause them to get insane. Which most likely the outcome of that is either killing themselves or killing each other. So bath salts really do affect the brain dramatically when it comes to long-term use, and it could possibly kill you even the first time. Bath salts, they're really bad. I mean, you saw the case in Florida a few years ago where that man just obliterated the other dude's face because it was that bad, So, yes, necromorphs, they do exist when it comes to the state of mind, when it comes to being a killing machine. All right, so that's basically what I have to say when it comes to that. So bath salts do make people go insane. They make people want to kill. They make people act more aggressive, more violent, making them seem like a necromorph because, like I said, all a necromorph wants to do is just kill. So bath salts can, thanks to psychosis, can make a person act or seem like that, or seem like a necromorph, because they're basically losing all sanity of their fucking mind. So yes, bath salts maybe can make a person, not even maybe, long-term use of bath salts can fuck up your mind, and it could really make you do serious harm to yourself or to others. And it's pretty fucking scary. So bath salts are the first way of how a person could really seem like they are something like a necromorph when it comes to the state of mind. Another way someone could seem like a necromorph when it comes to state of mind is a thing called cordyceps, which is a type of fungi. It belongs to the kingdom of fungi. Now guys, I'm not sure if you know what cordyceps is, but it was heavily used, well, it actually, not even heavily, it was used for the plot of the game called The Last of Us. If you guys don't know what The Last of Us is, it's an action horror type game that is a Sony exclusive. Now, if you guys don't know the plot of The Last of Us, basically cordyceps has made itself into its own virus and has turned humanity into monstrous beings known as the infected, which have totally been taken over by the cordyceps. Now guys, if you don't know what cordyceps is, it's a type of fungi that consumes its host and uses its host basically as a weapon and for its own needs that it wants. So that's what makes it weird, that's what makes it strange, and that's what makes it unique in its own way. Cordyceps basically take hosts such as spiders, insects, caterpillars, wasps, bees, all those types of animals and living things like that, of that nature, and basically you make them their own killing machine or their own basically their own machine on what they want to do. So basically they're kind of like hacking life forms as we know it, alright? So that's what cordyceps is. It's a type of fungi that basically controls its host whenever it gets the chance to. So yeah. Anyway, cordyceps. Now also in The Last of Us, the reason why it's so unique as well is cordyceps has changed and evolved. It evolved so powerfully. Whoa! It changed so dramatically to the point where it could actually take over humans. Yes, exactly. It can take over humans. So instead of going for insects, it has adapted itself to actually manage to go into a human's mind and control humans. And in The Last of Us, that is what is known as the infected. So you basically change into a monstrosity because the fungi is just fucking with your brain. It is turning you into a fucking monstrosity. It's basically what it's doing. So if this fungi were to actually, by the way, is possible, I researched it. If this fungi is able to actually adapt itself and manage to adapt itself to actually take a human as a host, it could possibly turn a human into a killing machine. I mean, according to The Last of Us, it turns them into crazed beings. They just lost their minds. And we don't really, but then again, that's The Last of Us. We don't know if that's what humans would actually look like or actually act like if a type of fungi like that actually took over their brain. But that's just what The Last of Us basically says or thinks would happen if that type of fungi took over the human's brain as a host. So maybe that could possibly change the state of mind of a person to actually make them seem or act like a necromorph, a killing machine. That can happen too. That's another way of how a person can act like a necromorph when it comes to mind. Now guys, let me also say this. I don't want to seem like I'm fucking stupid when I say this is another way necromorphs exist. Necromorphs cannot exist. In reality, they cannot exist. There's nothing known as a marker. There's nothing like a marker in this world. Nothing like that at all. This is totally fictional. But there are things that can make people seem like killing machines or turn people into killing machines, such as drugs, such as cordyceps, such as supposedly mind control. Things like that. Alright? I just want to also clarify that. Necromorphs cannot exist. But the state of mind, remember, necromorphs are programmed to kill. They just kill. That's their main purpose for living. And there are people who take drugs who can make them like that. So I'm basically giving examples of that, alright? Alright, I just wanted to clarify that, in case you guys are like confused and shit like that. Alright? I just wanted to say that. So, yeah, cordyceps, like I said, if they actually manage to adapt to bigger organisms and manage to control them, maybe possibly they can turn them into killing machines like necromorphs. But hopefully that will not happen, because that would be a very scary fucking sight, okay? Another thing, there are things called parasitoid wasps. Parasitoids are a different variant of parasites. Unlike parasites, they either kill or utilize or completely consume and control their host. Okay? Just like cordyceps. So, that's what parasitoids are. Now, there are things called parasitoid wasps, which are basically wasps that lay eggs inside of insects, such as, for perfect example, a caterpillar. And basically, when the parasitoid wasp lays its eggs into the caterpillar, the larvae break out of the egg and soon begin, once matured, they basically poke out of the caterpillar's thick skin with their little tiny teeth that they have, which are powerful enough to cut the caterpillar's thick layer of skin, and they all rip out of the caterpillar. Once they do that, they basically start to, rip out of the caterpillar and just almost kill it. But however, the larva actually manage to control the caterpillar by going into its brain. And what that does is, once all of the larvae are ripped out of the caterpillar is actually still alive because of the larva from the parasitoid wasp. Some of the larvae go into the brain, control the caterpillar, and protect it until they are fully transformed into wasps. So that is one cool thing. Another cool fact I just wanted to tell you guys. And basically, once these wasps are out of the caterpillar uses its own silk, which it should use for itself, to turn into a butterfly, but it doesn't because the larva is controlling it. So it uses it. So the larva makes the caterpillar use its own silk to wrap around the larva to make their cocoons, so they can survive and so they don't get killed by other predators that eat the larva. And then they turn into wasps. Like I said, that isn't that like, you know, that's just a good example of how things like that may exist when it comes to humans. But basically mind control, if you think about it. It was basically mind control. That's basically what the larvae were doing, alright? So yeah. So anyway, that is just a good fact of possibly how a person could also seem like a necromorph when it comes to state of mind. If parasitoid wasps hopefully won't be adapted to laying their larvae in humans or human brains, then hopefully we won't turn like that. I believe like Dead Rising had something like that, didn't they? Like there was like this type of wasp that took over humans' minds and turned them into zombies, basically killing machines. Yeah, you know, something like that. So yeah, like I remember seeing the Dead Rising 1 trailer where you know, they were going to the on a highway and there was like just a bunch of zombies and crash cars there and shit like that. But yeah, guys, basically cordyceps and parasitoid wasp larvae, if adapted to bigger organisms, which we don't know if it's possible. Supposedly, I heard, like I said before in this video, that cordyceps could actually adapt to humans if they really wanted to. I'm not sure about the scientific proof behind that, but I've seen videos and shit that says it actually may be possible. And goddamn, this is a brutal fucking death right here. Jesus Christ. But yeah, maybe it's possible, maybe not. We don't know yet. But if it is possible, or if it was possible, this would be a perfect example of how necromorphs could exist when it comes to the state of mind, basically killing people. All right. Another way someone can act like a necromorph, or should I say, a killing machine, is mind control. Now, we are not sure if mind control actually works. There have been studies on it. I've researched it, and apparently it does. But I'm not sure if it actually exists. But I just wanted to throw that out there. So let's just get to the verdict of this. Can necromorphs exist? No, they cannot. But in the state of mind, they can exist in a similar fashion. When it comes to being a killing machine, thanks to drugs, or thanks to parasitic adaptations to humans, possibly, it could make someone turn into a fucking monstrosity to have the only purpose to kill someone, or to actually the purpose to being a killing machine. So maybe it's possible, maybe not. We really don't know if they can really adapt to that stage or to that point. Hopefully not, because that would be terrible. But that is just some examples. So yeah, so that's basically it. So guys, you know, this video is coming to an end. Tell me if you like this video. You know, I did my best, you know, to be as scientific as I can, and I researched a lot, you know. And also, guys, you know, subscribe, rate, comment, tell me what I should do next when it comes to scientific video mysteries. Give me some, you know, ideas of what to do. You know, like, for example, can we make, I don't know, I'm just trying to think of something. Like plasmids. Can plasmids exist from Bioshock? You know, something like that. You know, so I can research it, and I could do the best of my abilities to actually try to solve it and crack the code and answer that question. All right, guys, because I love doing videos like this. Once again, this is the series, Scientific Video Game Mysteries, that I've created, which I take science and try to answer video game lores with science. Alright? Okay, guys, so this video is coming to an end. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope I didn't disappoint anybody. You know, I tried my best and give some suggestions, anything you guys want, alright? So, no. Once again, Necromorphs don't exist and they can't exist. However, they can exist when it comes to the state of mind. Basically acting like killing machines, like I said 5,000 times in this video. Alright guys, so once again, I love you guys. Thank you, invisible fan base, even though I don't have one right now. But guys, thank you for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. Alright guys, take care, and I should make a new video soon. Alright guys, alright, so take care.